The NFL season is just under 48 hours away, and you know the Flex Zone podcast, only place giving you sports how you want it when you need it, is here to break it all down for you. Super Show Extravaganza, breaking down those Week 1 picks, looking at the AFC, NFC Championship, and Super Bowl predictions, and of course, those award winners, Rookie of the Year, MVP, Coach of the Year, and so much more. You guys right now, if you're in the chat, hit the like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, vote on the poll, let us know your thoughts. It is the Flex Zone official NFL Super Show, preview and predictions here on the Flex Zone podcast, only place giving you sports how you want it when you need it. More excitement than the kickoff of the NFL season. It is the Flex Zone podcast, only place fellas giving you sports how you want it
when you need it.
Again, back again, NFL preview show, breaking down those Week 1 picks. Looking forward to the action this week, giving you our forecast for Super Bowl, board winners, and so much more in between. You guys know the drill right now. You're in the chat. Hit the like button, hit the bell, hit the subscribe button. Let us know your thoughts. Helps us out tremendously. As well, guest ideas want to be part of the show, you can always hit us up, theflexzone1@gmail.com. You can also hit that Cash App to support what we do here on the channel each and every day. The Flex Zone 1 with that cash tag in front of it. Twitter, Instagram, the Flex Zone 1, and the Flex Zone podcast on TikTok as well. And as always, as we head into the NFL season, we got to let you guys know we will be live after every Ravens home game and a road game, talking about the Ravens action and, of course, recapping the week that was in the NFL. But let's get things started. Man to my right, he is a social media producer, makes the streams pristine. Big Raj, how you feeling, my guy?
Feeling good, man. Let's get this show started.
Cravante, how you feeling, my guy? You will be doing some tailgating this week. You'll be down in good old Landover, Maryland for your good old Commanders.
Those haters can't stand us. Left hand
I can't even hear it.
Commanders. We fight for RDC. Who are we? The Commanders.
Well, now that's goofy.
It gets
Big
goofy
shot.
every time. Every
I know.
time. But
Last but not least,
I'm ready. I'm ready.
man of 1,000 nicknames. He is the Flex Zone side head of the Flex Zone table, the super producer, Mr. 25-8. Proud of the East Side, savior of misbehavior, my boy, my brother, Drizzy Dre. We are back at it again for another season. NFL, baby.
This is Baltimore Big Trust. Yes, sir. You already see, man. Lamar Jackson supporter. Come on, man. Let's get that MVP and let's host at the end of this year that Covenant Super Bowl trophy.
Well, fellas, let's get into it. Dre, you got your trusty old notebook and your pen out. We're gonna do the picks. Who won last year? Was it Roger?
I think so.
It was a tie for a long time between me and Raj. So
Yeah, I think Dre cheated and won. So yeah.
and look. That's one thing I don't have to do. When you're the tribal chief, you don't have to
whatever.
cheat.
That's all he does. is cheat.
You win fair and square.
That's all he does is cheat.
All that counts is W.
And square shit is out the window.
In
That's
the
all he does.
win. All that shows up is wins, baby. But we have co-champions, me and Raj.
Well, this season, I think we all agreed we're going to add in some college every now and then when
I
there's
like
a big
that.
game
Yes.
to kind of offset the tiebreaker situation. So we can kind of get rid of those notions of ties because there are no ties. We don't like ties in the NFL. We don't like ties here on the Flex Zone. I think Cravante was on like a 4-year win streak. He was just dominating everybody. So let's see what happens. And we'll throw some spreads in there as well for entertainment purposes as well. But let's get started as I cue the old music here. Saturday night, let's do the college first. We got Texas traveling to Alabama, 7 p.m. on ESPN. Alabama 7-point favorites. how you guys feel about this game. This could be an interesting game. Jalen Milroe looked good for Alabama actually last week.
Well, I'll say this about Texas, Alabama. I'm tempted to pick Texas, and the reason I'm tempted to pick Texas is because I feel like the Texas head coach is kind of in a limbo right now. You know, he has to turn that program around. You have the younger Manning coming up. Been redshirted, but he's due to come up, I believe, next season, if I'm not mistaken. So they've got some excitement coming into that program, and you want somebody that's going to be in there that's going to be able to get recruits, because you see what's happening right now with somebody, for example, like a Deion Sanders, where there's a lot of buzz going around in just Colorado, but you know, Texas is supposed to be a big name. It's supposed to be Texas, the Notre Dames, the Alabamas, the Ohio States, just to name some football teams with some historic prestige. And Texas wants to get back to that. We haven't really seen Texas like that since the days of Vince Young, when he won, when he went off in a national championship game against USC. So you want to be on the end where Deion is, and not towards like where Dabo Swinney is right now, where the program is in limbo and you're unsure about the future of the program. So I think this is, for me, I'm tempted to pick Texas because I think that they're in a must-win position. I don't feel like Alabama is really in a must-win. I feel like Alabama is more in a they just want to get back to who they're known to be, and that's, you know, national champions. But Alabama every year is right within the playoff picture. Texas came in with these expectations once they got the new coach, and now, like I said, they got the Manning brother, the youngest Manning in there now to go ahead, so that way they can get Texas back to where they're supposed to be. So I'm gonna pick Texas just because of that strength alone. I may be wrong on this. Like I saw the look on your face, Byron, but I just feel like they're in a more in a must-win position than Alabama.
Yeah, I was going to tell you just hit the roll. I was
going
to tell you just to hit the roll tide, and we can move on. But
I know it's shocking.
Garage.
I know it's shocking that I picked against Alabama.
And you got to have a whole soliloquy and everything. Man, Alabama's gonna win. All right, I'm gonna just say it for you. Alabama's gonna. I'm picking them. We can move on. Oh, I'm sorry, Devontae. You can go. Okay.
Wow. He did do the most. Just all that to Texas, just to help him believe, which means he doesn't believe it really.
Exactly.
All I heard was Manning. He's not playing.
Right.
That is next year. Texas this is a prove it year, and I don't think they're going to prove it against Alabama. I'm going Roll Tide as well. I think Texas has a good chance to cover, but I'm going with Texas. I'm going with Alabama to win the game.
Well, let me ask you gentlemen real quick. I know, Byron, you're about to give your pick, but what I was saying about Texas's head coach, do you feel like he's in the same position right now as a Dabo Swinney, where they're kind of in that prove it because their jobs may soon be on the line type of ordeal that's going on with those two programs right now with Clemson and in Texas?
And Dabo Swinney's job is not on the line, man. Just because
I'm not saying he's going to get fired, but you can see like it's starting to dwindle down.
He was Steve Sarkisian's the head coach. They were 8-4 last year. People forget they were pretty good last year. So I mean, if he can go 8-4, 9. Yeah.
Texas is a little harder than other places though. You can go 8-4, but
no, Texas.
What are you saying, Cravante?
You can't hear you.
Are you breaking up, brother?
You're
breaking up, brother.
I think Cravante was saying that Texas almost beat Alabama last year. I think Bryce Young had a miraculous last drive to.
They did. That's one of the reasons I'm like they may do it. But I'm just kind of wondering because, like I said, I mean, you know, with bringing somebody like that in there, and then how Texas is, Texas, that's one of those states where one of those programs where they just expect to win, you know, every year. It's kind of like how Notre Dame was. Like they just kind of like they come from a tradition of like we don't expect to be sent at home.
I do think Texas does does cover though, but I think Alabama wins. And here comes Cravante.
Yo, can
Go
y'all
ahead,
hear me?
Cravante.
Yeah, we get it.
I was just saying Texas is one of the staples in college football, and they have not been playing like it as of late. Well, good. Last year was more of an upswing, but as of late, they have been winning the big games, and they have been dominating like they're used to doing, similar to USC. But USC, as we all can see, is slowly but surely turning it around. But Texas is not there yet, and I think they are going in the right direction, but they're not there yet.
Well, so 3 for Alabama, 1 for Texas. Dre, you are the 1 for Texas. Let's get to the NFL. It kicks off Thursday night. Lions, Chiefs. This spread has moved, Cravante. It was 6.5, 6, now 5 because Travis Kelce apparently has a hyperextended knee. They're awaiting results about possible is there ACL damage, but he may not play, and I don't think he's going to play with them playing Thursday. We know the Lions are a trendy pick. I'm going with the Chiefs at home and a close one though.
That sucks. I wanted to say my bet for this game was the over, but I'm not sure about it anymore. I'm probably gonna wait until right before game time to see if it drops a little bit more. But I did like this game to go over. I'm not sure anymore. But I mean, it's Patrick Mahomes, so I'm still going with the Chiefs to win.
Go ahead, Rod.
Is this game at the Chiefs' place, right?
Mm-hmm.
No Chris Jones, no Travis Kelce. I'm still going with the Chiefs, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Lions won. I really wouldn't be because of the what's going on right now with them. So, but I'm stick with the Tribal Chief though. I think they win by a touchdown, but I could be wrong.
Well, again, I'm gonna be the Lone Ranger because I'm picking the Detroit Lions for the exact reasons you just said. I think that right now, no Chris Jones. That's definitely gonna hurt that hurts the Chiefs a lot. You know, we saw that in the playoffs. The plays that Chris Jones makes is crucial to that team. And then offensively, yes, the Tribal Chief, he is able to overcome a lot of things when losing Tyreek Hill and still being able to win the Super Bowl. You know, I think that he's shown us that he can still do it, but it's going to be very hard. The Detroit Lions, I think that they're building off of last year. I think the Kansas City Chiefs is early in the season, so they are skeptical to make some early mistakes. And one thing that we all know, we've been doing this for quite some time, gentlemen. One thing that we do know about the NFL, defenses are the ones that get along and come first, and then the offenses usually pick up later in the season. So I think that the Detroit Lions, though they may not have the best defense, I think they'll have a decent defense enough to stop the Chiefs and everything that's going on with them. So I'm picking the Detroit Lions in an upset because they're projected to make the playoffs this year. And this is one of those games that you need to win, especially with the Chiefs coming off a Super Bowl with the emotions of a Super Bowl. So I feel like the Detroit Lions can win this game.
Bengals, Browns. Bengals are 2.5-point favorites. Raj, or whoever wants to go.
I'm going with the Cincinnati Bengals. I think Joe Burrow comes back. He had some time off to heal that calf. I think he'll be close to 100%. The Bengals are just a really, really good team. I mean, the Browns we don't know about just yet. We got to see what Deshaun Watson looks like. They have a lot of question marks. There is no question marks with the Bengals. They have everything. They have a better offensive line with Orlando Brown, and I just think that they'll come out smoking during the first game. So
smoking.
I expect.
I see what you did there.
I expect the Bengals to lay the woodshed on the Browns.
So Raj has the Bengals. Everybody else probably picking the Bengals.
I had the Bengals as well. And Byron, I don't know if you want to keep track of this as well, or Dre. I'm taking. I'll take the 2.5. With the Bengals to win. I just think the Bengals are more complete. There's still a lot of question marks with the Browns. Now, granted, this is a divisional game and it's week 1, so the Lions beating the Chiefs ain't that crazy when we go back to how week 1s usually turn out. And the Browns could beat the Bengals in week 1, but I'm gonna go with what I know. They have the better quarterback, the better wide receivers. The Browns probably got the slight edge at defensive line, but overall, I'm still gonna go with what did I just say? Philip, just Philip. What did I just say? So they're gonna get after they're gonna try to get their best to get after Joe Burrow because that is strength. But Joe Cool is gonna be Joe Cool. So I'm going with the Bengals.
Give me the Browns. Think they get it done. Give me the Browns. I'm gonna go with the shocker. I think Deshaun Watson shows up, and I think the month off of plus of Joe Burrow, he might be a little rusty, guys. And Zadarius, Myles Garrett, Orlando Brown might have a hard time. Give me the Browns in a close one. I'm gonna be the lone one to go with the Browns.
Nah, you ain't the lone one, because I'm hopping right along with you, man.
My man.
I think week 1 is
dig that hole, baby. Dig that hole. Dig.
You digging yourself a big hole.
But no, Dre, you hit enough. You'll probably break even.
No, I just think that like Byron brought up some really good points. Right now, this game is at home, so that calf injury to Joe Burrow, that could be a difference. And also remember, the Browns have had the Bengals numbers. They haven't. It's not like the Bengals have totally been blowing them out. So it's a divisional game. It's at home. It's week 1. So I think that the Browns can actually get it done.
Buccaneers, Vikings. Vikings 6-point favorites. I mean,
I think we all know where everybody going on this one.
Okay.
I mean, the quarterback is Baker Mayfield for the Buccaneers. I don't trust Baker Mayfield. I mean, granted, he has given this is his 3rd chance, I believe, or something like to that effect, to be a starting quarterback in this league.
So this is 4th.
Okay, excuse me, his 4th chance. He gets so many chances. I'm starting to run out of but this is his 4th chance to be a starting quarterback in the league. Starting off with the Vikings is not a good look. It just isn't a good look. I don't see them winning. I got the Vikings winning. I got them covering. So the Vikings going to take that.
I don't got nothing else to add on to that. It's going to be a long season for Tampa. That's all I'm going to say.
Raj, I want exactly what Raj said. I like the Vikings and I like them to cover.
It'll be a long season for Tampa. Let's go Titans, Saints, New Orleans 3-point favorites. I like the Saints here.
I like the Saints as well. I'm not sure what to expect from the Titans, man. We got to see what Ryan Tannehill looks like. He's coming back from an injury. Derrick Henry. Let's see if he's still the same Derrick Henry. And, of course, DeAndre Hopkins, even though he's got a lot of shade put on him, because of what happened in Arizona, we got to see how he looks, too, with that offense. But the Saints, I think they're gonna go marching in. Although Alvin Kamara will be suspended, I think, for those first 3 games.
Yeah, for the first 3, he will be.
Take heed of that as well. But I still think the Saints got enough to push through.
He did add Jamal Williams from the Lions last year, so they should be okay for a couple weeks. Anything you add, Gravante?
Nope. Titans, thumbs down. And I like the Saints. I like the Saints to win the division in a close one towards the end of the year.
Let's keep it in NFC.
What's the point spread?
Yeah, that is a 3-point spread. Then we have Panthers, Falcons. That's 3.5.
So everybody for the
Saints.
Yep, the Saints.
Panthers, Falcons, Atlanta 3.5. I'm going with Atlanta. I think they could be a sneaky team.
Ooh, I like Atlanta too. Atlanta has offense. One thing they gonna have, they probably gonna I think I've said this before. They gonna look like the Lions of last year. Offense, like they have the weapons. They have the coach. I'm not sure. The question mark is quarterback. The question mark is Desmond Ridder. Is he the guy of the future? And I believe, is Marcus Mariota still backing him up?
He's in Philly now.
He's in Philly, backing up Jalen Hurts.
Oh, my guy, Heineke is I believe he's backing up Desmond Ridder. And I think, Bryce Young, it's gonna be some bumps and bruises. Now, right, I like the Panthers roster, but early on divisional matchup, I think I'm gonna lean Falcons on this one.
I think I'm gonna lean Falcons as well. I think I'm going with the Falcons as well. Oh, we have a special guest in there.
Corey
Hey,
What's going on, Corey?
Matthews.
Corey.
Happy belated birthday, good brother. By the way,
As a matter of fact, I'm meant to tell you, I saw Corey at the lake earlier today.
shout
What?
out to Corey.
Good
I saw
stuff.
Corey
man.
at the lake. So
I'm excited to see Bijan as well.
Me-
Jaguars Colts.
So everybody for Atlanta. Okay.
Jaguars Colts. I think we all going to agree on this one. Jaguars -5. First start for Anthony Richardson as well.
The Colts. I don't get division or not. I think Jaguars are gonna go.
You said Colts Jaguars. Jaguars going to steamroll them.
Yeah, everybody.
Yeah,
knows.
this might be a blowout.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a ass whooping for Anthony Richardson's first
It's-
game.
Yeah, especially with the their running back and that whole situation. Yeah, it's just a mess right there with the Colts.
Which is not
Another
exactly
interesting game. We all
rookie.
49ers Steelers. San Francisco 2.5.
Yikes.
Of course, I got the 49ers winning. But you know what though? This is kind of a trap game because the Steelers are definitely a team that's going to be slept on a lot during this season, due to the Ravens and the Bengals and the Browns in the division. But I wouldn't be surprised if the Steelers won. But I can't pick them just yet. I think the 49ers still got a little more upside, but I'm picking the 49ers.
Nick Bosa may not play, by the way. I don't know if you guys heard. They're still trying to get a contract. It could be a Chris Jones situation, so he might not play. I don't know what you guys are going, but I'm going with the Steelers. But go ahead, Kavante.
I like the 49ers as well. I see the respect with the 2-point spread, because we know what the Steelers are more than capable of. I'm worried about their offense. We already know the 49ers have one, if not.
You're going in and out again, Kavante.
Going in and out, good brother.
God damn.
All right. Well,
Okay.
while we,
Can I hear me? Nope.
yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah.
49ers.
All right, I'm with Byron on this one. I'm picking Pittsburgh. This was originally my upset. That in Detroit, those were my two upsets. But yeah, y'all forgetting also this game is in Pittsburgh, which means it's an East Coast game. It's a West Coast team traveling to the East Coast. Yeah, and then it's also week 1. So I think that Pittsburgh can pull this off.
First team to 16 wins.
It's not gonna be a lot of points in this game.
Nope. Purdy coming back from injury. Kenny Pickett. It's going to be 17-14. I'm going with the Steelers with you, Dre. We'll come back to the local teams. Raiders, Broncos, Denver, 3.5, 425. I'm going with Broncos. Sean Payton gets a win.
Hey, Byron, you forgot to do it.
Oh, well, we won't do it much this year, but go ahead.
Let's ride.
Oh, I thought you were gonna do the Raiders. I thought you were gonna do the Raiders thing. So I was gonna say they ain't gonna do
No, they about to be going for the number 1 pick, right? they gonna be in contention.
we can ride with Russ. Russ can ride this game. Let Russ cook.
Well, hopefully Sierra lets Russ cook, but yeah,
She
She
will
about to
not.
have another child.
yes,
Yeah, exactly.
That's
They've
what I'm
been
saying.
doing
I
some
hope
cooking.
You should let them cook.
They've
because
been doing some cooking now.
You know how they. Never mind. Let me.
They've been baking.
Hey,
They've been chopping it up.
Byron, put the graphic up real quick. Byron, put the graphic.
You said he's been beta mailing.
Put the graphic up real quick, Byron. Put the graphic. The names at the bottom of the screen.
I got you.
Shout out to Oos too, man. Thank you for checking.
We don't want this situation to happen, okay? We don't want no bricks, okay? No, none. All right. So Sierra, let Russ ride. I'm going with the Broncos to win. All right. No bricks are allowed. This weekend, no bricks. But anyway, that's it. The Broncos are going to win.
Yep.
Any disagreement? Okay. Kavante agrees. Dolphins, Chargers, Tua, Herbert, drafted back-to-back in 2020. Their careers will be forever linked. 3 points for the Chargers. I'm actually going with the Dolphins, guys.
You said Dolphins, Chargers?
Yes, sir. In LA.
It's a tough game. Where's the game at?
It's in
LA.
LA.
This will be your 425 game on CBS.
I'm going with the Chargers. I think the Chargers go. Chargers go. I think they're going to take it. It's going to be with Tua's first game back, I believe, as well. Official game back. So yeah, I'm going with the Chargers. I think the Chargers got to make up for that. that meltdown they had in the playoffs. To start the season. So I'm going with the Chargers to win.
Cavante, you going Chargers too?
Yep, Chargers as well.
Me too.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll stand alone on this one. I got you. I think the Chargers might be one of those teams that take a step back, but we'll see.
They always take a step back.
I hope so.
Oh, we know why, Cavante. We know why. Yeah, give me the Dolphins, Dre. Yeah, give me the Dolphins, Dre. I'll go alone on that one. Patriots. Eagles, Patriots, 425.
Hey,
I think
Quinn.
we can agree on this. 4 points for the Eagles.
Who's quarterback for the Patriots again?
You are.
Oh, okay. I'm the Yeah, that means the Eagles are going to win. So
yeah, everybody.
Definitely picking those Eagles. I don't trust.
Fly, Eagles, fly.
Give me the points.
Shout out to Miss Queen, by the way. Yeah, no argument here. 425. Packers, Bears, Chicago. Justin Fields, Cravante, 1 point favorites. This is a pick 'em. I don't know who's going to win this game.
I know who I'm picking.
Bears.
You picking the Bears?
I'm gonna roll with the Bears. I'm gonna roll with Chicago. I'm gonna roll with Chicago. I'm not a Jordan Love believer, and I think Justin Fields is going to take the next step.
Well, you know what? I got to go against you because I am a love believer. I believe in love. And I believe in Jordan. So I think Jordan Love and them Packers are going to prove people wrong this year. It's going to be an Aaron Rodgers situation. Book it. I'm telling you, Jordan Love is going to show people that he learned something from the old man, just like Aaron Rodgers learned from Brett Favre, the old man. It's going to be a repeat. So I got Love taking it, and it's going to be a lovely day. Bill Withers.
Go ahead, Dre. How you feeling? You rolling with Fields or?
Well, Raj, in Aaron Rodgers' first year, didn't he go like 6-10 that year? So we saw signs of greatness.
We did,
but they didn't translate to wins right away. It was some growing pains right there with Green Bay.
But this is the Bears.
But, so though it's a pick'em game, I have to roll with the Bears by a small margin. I think that you'll see some sparks from Jordan, but all these Jordan references, I just realized that. But he's gonna. I think that you'll see some flashes from him, but I don't think it's quite there yet. And like Cavante said, I think this is the year for Justin Fields to take that next step. So I'm gonna roll with Justin Fields.
You know what, Raj? I'm with you, brother. I believe in Love too. I think the Packers actually have a stacked roster. I don't know what Jordan Love's going to be, but they still got a damn good roster. They didn't really lose nobody but Aaron Rodgers.
They still got, like you said, they still got a good roster. They got young. The question, like we saw last year, was that they have good receivers. They were just young, and they still got the running back as well. So the pieces are right there for him to succeed.
Plus, the Packers own the Bears. It just seems like they always beat the Bears for some reason. So I'm going to go with you, Raj. I think it's going to be another low-scoring defensive game, 17-14, something like that. Give me the Packers. Rams, Seahawks. Seahawks with 5. I think we can agree. Gene Malenko.
Yeah. Hold on. We don't need Gene Malenko to show up.
Okay. You want Geno Smith?
Yeah, we need Geno Smith to be out there because we don't want the man for 1,000 turnovers. We just
the Rams might be for that number 1 pick as well if they have a draft pick next year.
So I'm picking the Seahawks.
They have a draft pick?
I don't know. I have to look into that.
I don't think they have a draft pick. I think you're right. I think they didn't use all of them. When they went and got like all the superstars on one squad back in 2 years ago. So
yeah, don't be surprised if they try to trade Aaron Donald, Matt Stafford, Cooper Kupp. All these guys might get traded.
Donald, they're starting over.
Hey, we'll take Aaron Donald. Hey, he's welcome to come here if you want to trade him here. I'm just saying.
Teams would love to have him.
Dre, you going to Seahawks as well?
Yeah, I'm with everybody. Seahawks.
Sunday night, Cowboys, Giants, Dallas, 3.5 on NBC Sunday night.
I'm rolling with them boys. Yes, sir. Dak Prescott and them boys.
Dre,
I like the Giants to cover. The +3, but I think the Cowboys will win.
Oh, you got the Cowboys, you said?
Yeah.
All right. I'm with everybody else too. I'm rolling with them boys. I think this is a must year for Dak Prescott. He's in year 3 of that 4-year contract extension that he had. So the Cowboys, I hate to be on the bandwagon with everybody else, but I understand it. For Dak Prescott, this really is he's getting up there with a Joe Flacco situation. You got to start proving at some point. And then it's only 2 other teams in your way in the NFC. It's time to get it done, man.
Give me the Giants. I hear all this talk about Dak Prescott is 10-0, I think, against the Giants. Michael Irvin is saying, if I come in here on Monday, the Cowboys, I guarantee they're going to win. Only way they're losing if Dak get hurt, Cooper Rush get hurt. All this Cowboys love, like you say, Cravante, they're going to let you down when you need them the most. They're going to cowboy. And the Giants, I don't know if they're going to be as good as they were last year, but Darren Waller, Saquon Barkley, Jalen Hyde out of Tennessee, look out for him. He's going to be big time.
Yeah, right.
Wink, our boy Wink Raj on defense. They got a couple people. You know, Brian Daboll was coach of the year last year. Give me the Giants. I think the Giants steal this one. Give me the Giants.
I mean, I won't mind if they steal it. I want to see Southern Steve, you know.
Yeah.
We're gonna go to the local teams last, but Monday night.
Speaking of that, real quick though, when he said Southern Steve, damn man, I miss Michael Irvin on ESPN. Man, I'll say that.
Don't worry, Joe. You'll enjoy it. You'll enjoy him with Skip this year.
You don't like Skip Smith? You don't like Skip Smith on ESPN?
I like what they're. I kind of like Undisputed's growing on me, but I really do. I think Michael Irvin and Stephen A was just better television to me. That's just me. It's kind of like certain things on TV just fit. Like when Dion was on the NFL Network. Yeah, he's a great coach, but when he was just on NFL Network with some of those people like Moochie and Irvin and Rich, like it just was some like must-see TV. Even when it was Dion and Shannon and LT, it's just certain people just sometimes fit good together. Michael Irvin is just TV in of himself, but him and Stephen A together, yeah.
Monday night, before we go live, Bills Jets, 8:15. Buffalo, 2.5 point favorites. Who you guys rolling with?
I'm rolling with the Jets, man. I'm rolling with my quarterback, Duck Dodgers in fantasy football, baby, because I picked them up. This is gonna be a pretty good game. Probably a low scoring game because you know the Buffalo Bills defense is like that. The Jets defense is like that as well. So I think it's gonna be definitely a low scoring game, but I got the Jets taking it.
I'm taking the Jets as well. I think the Bills are going to take a step back with the whole Stephon Diggs. They're trying to cover it up like everything well and good. I don't think so. And like Dre, we've been alluding to before, I think that window might have.
I'm going with the Jets too. They're gonna rise up and get it done. I'm going with the Jets. I think the Jets, a little teaser, are going to go very far this year. Very far.
So everybody with the Jets. I low key want to pick the Bills, but like you were saying earlier, Byron, when you said that the Chargers, you feel like they're going to take a step back. That's how I agree with Cravante. I think that the Bills just kind of take a step back, and then also the AFC is just too stacked at this point. I'm not saying the Bills are going to be some scrubs. I think they've won the AFC for the past. They've won the AFC for the past
East
3 years. The AFC East. They've won it for the past like 3 years. So I think that they get it. I think that they start now taking that step back, and it's too stacked in the AFC. When you see other teams like what the Ravens are doing, the Bengals, the Jets right now within their own division, it's going to be a couple teams within their own division. So I think that it's just too much right now in that AFC conference for the Bills.
Yeah, I do think the Bills going to take a step back. You might have a team in the AFC, a couple teams that win 10 games and don't make the playoffs. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. Mm-hmm. Let's go to Landover where Cravante will be. Cardinals, Commanders, 7-point favorites for the Commanders. Cravante, am I putting my money on the Commanders this week playing those Cardinals?
Yeah. I think the Cardinals are going to be god awful. Like we're talking about all these teams that are running for that number 1 overall pick. I think the Cardinals lose at this point. So I think 7 points is a lot, but the Commanders should win this game.
No argument for me, brother.
I'm going with the Commanders as well. It's going to be probably a slobber knocker, honestly. I mean, it's gonna probably be an epic beat.
Get your barbecue sauce ready.
I
You
think the
saying?
barbecue sauce is coming out. I think Sam Howell might have 3.
Well,
4
mambo
touchdowns.
sauce in this case.
It's gonna be an ass whooping, man. And that's what I think. Hammer's gonna come out.
I don't even know who the starting quarterback for Arizona's going to be.
Yeah, I was getting ready to ask you that because
Depends.
it's not Collar. Collar
might
can't
be.
play.
It might be.
He can't play until like week 6. Like
It's Caleb Williams. That's who it is. That's who's gonna be starting. It's gonna be Caleb Williams.
Hey, and look, if Caleb Williams was playing, then they would have a chance to win.
Right. And those point spread would not be 7.
Yeah, I think we all can agree with that. This might be I can see a lot of close games in week 1 because it is week 1 and a lot of good games, but this will probably be one of the blowouts. Let's go up here, up north. Both teams are home, local teams. Texans, Ravens. Ravens 10-point favorites. I don't like that spread, but I'm going with the Ravens. CJ Stroud is starting Cravante. 3 rookie quarterbacks starting week 1, by the way. Bryce Young, Anthony Richardson, and CJ Stroud. Give me the Ravens in a close one.
Yeah, I don't
closer than 10. Closer than 10.
I don't like this either, to be honest with you. A 10-point ass whooping? Nah, I'm not going to disrespect.
Not with the Ravens, nope.
I'm not going to disrespect. I know we own rookie quarterbacks and everything, but granted, we have not seen this team at all in the preseason. We haven't seen none of these guys in the starting lineup. Maybe Zay Flowers a little bit. Maybe not Dafiowe, but the other guy. What's his name? Ajabo. But other than that, we haven't seen anybody play at all. Nobody. Gus Edwards, he's a backup. He don't count. So I'm anxious to see what this team looks like coming out the gate.
That's right. You'll be there.
I will be there. I'll be in section 105.
I can't wait to talk about it.
I will be all up in the Kool-Aid, trying to see what the flavor is. Going into week 1, surrounded by 70,000 plus Ravens fans and probably some Texans fans as well. But yeah, man, I'm anxious to see what this team looks like, and we'll find out. We're gonna definitely find out. But I just can't say it's gonna be a 10-point beatdown. I mean, could it be? Sure, but we gotta see how Lamar comes out. If he comes out looking like Lamar Jackson, like he did last year, it could be a 10-point ass whooping.
So
if not, if they struggle a little bit, close game.
So Unc is going to be on Ravens Walk. You going to be at the tailgate, Cravante. Byron, where you going to be for the game?
In my house, watching the
crib.
game. In the crib, waiting for Unc to get home so we can do the post-game show because I'm excited to talk about it. Like I said, it's a lot of good games this week, so I will be watching my FanDuel and DraftKings though as well.
I gotta do some work this week, but I'm considering going.
We gotta get together this year, though. We're gonna get together this year, though.
I'm considering going to the tailgate, maybe at Jimmy's or something. I need to find somewhere to watch it.
Of course, I might be with Neighborhood D after the game, but we'll see. I might, because how D. I talked to D yesterday, so I might hit him up. We do the post game show from whatever location that may be, and yeah, but I'm anxious to see what this game is, man, and see what this team look like.
Yeah, we do gotta all get
CJ Stroud
for the game, though. Yeah.
Real quick, what you looking for CJ Stroud or any of these rookies? By the way, what is a good week for them? Any of these rookies, especially CJ Stroud.
Get out the game healthy and not turn the ball over. And I feel like both of them are going to that. I think all three of them are going to turn the ball over. But I think keep the turnovers to a minimum. Get the ball out your hand. Especially Bryce Young. Get that ball out of there. I have nothing as far as numbers, but a great week. Health. Keep the turnovers to a minimum. Get that ball out your hand. Them boys are a lot faster than they were last year for y'all.
I definitely want to see what DeMeco Ryans does. A lot of first-year head coaches. And I want the Texans to do well. They gave up their first-round pick, so hopefully they have a decent season. Will Anderson, I think, is going to have a big year as well. But let us know your week 1 picks, guys. Everybody in the chat, let us know who you got going on. Give us your Super Bowl predictions, division winners, Super Bowl, MVP, anything you want to throw in there. But those are our week 1 picks. Added in the Alabama-Texas game. Dre picking against Alabama. That will be something to watch. That's Saturday night. So we got a good weekend. We got Alabama and Texas leading into all the way to Monday night with the Jets and the Bills. And, of course, on Sunday, all the football post-game show here on the channel. We'll be talking all about it.
Our
Londell,
boy, Ralph, man.
Hey, what's going on,
Checking in.
Ralph?
Hey, man, I'm gonna reach out. I'm about to reach out to you soon. Got to have you on the show soon, man.
big shout out to Ralph. Yes, we got to get those
Need it.
odds. Any predictions for rookie of the year, offensive and defensive? I mean, you guys can throw a name or whatever you want to do with it. You know,
Bijan.
I gotta say this, man. I think Zay Flowers is gonna be rookie of the year. Now, I know I might be a homer.
I hope you're right.
I might be a homer, but hear me out. I can't say I don't trust Odell. I do trust Odell, but I think he's going to have points of the season where he's going to probably take some games off. I don't see him playing all 17. Rashad Bateman is a question mark. Can he play all 17? I have no idea. I think that Zay Flowers is going to go crazy in this system because they can pretty much use him all over the field in any position, anywhere. And I think he'll be the X factor before the season is over with. He's going to be like Jamar Chase, in my opinion. He's going to be one of those guys. Right. He's going to be one of those guys that you don't really expect too much from. He's just a rookie. And he's just going to come in there. Nah, I think he's going to be, by the end of the season, I think he'll be Lamar Jackson's, not safety blanket, but explosive wide receiver, a la Marquise Brown-ish. So I think he can be a clear candidate for Rookie of the Year if they use him the way they're supposed to use him.
I hope you're right about that. I hope you're right. Please be right, Raj. Please.
You know what? I like that pick, Raj, and I think I'm gonna be a homer with you. I think that you made some really good points about Zay Flowers, and I think that I'm a add to that and say that he kind of reminds me. I think his year will kind of be like how Deshaun Jackson was with the Philadelphia Eagles that first year, where Donovan was kind of in some situations and it was like, I need a home run, let me toss it up, and he can get it. I mean, this guy has he's got good hands, he's got really great speed. I mean, I know we talk about like the Tyreek Hills of the world, but I mean, the Baltimore Ravens, we have some speed on offense, man. And I mean, there's been nothing but good things said about this guy. I mean, they're talking about him being better than Hollywood Brown, and we saw what Hollywood Brown was. The last 1,000-yard receiver that Lamar Jackson had was Hollywood Brown. So I think that Zay can be that guy. And like you said, I mean, everybody else, on the Ravens is questionable as far as the injury history outside of Andrews. So I think that right there, that proves that, hey, we have a guy that can step in. It's like you said, Bateman, Odell. There's both question marks there, but at least with Andrews, we have somebody that is there. But hey, opposite of that, we have somebody I think that we can really depend on, really flourish. And then also remember, he's coming into a new system as well. So he's getting really the basics. He's not coming in under that old regime with Greg Roman. He's coming in under this new regime, new offense. I think that's going to flourish, and the Ravens are going to shock some people, I think, offensively, and not looking just necessarily at Lamar Jackson for his running abilities, but for also his passing abilities too. That's why I'm considering him for MVP and having him similar to a season when he had in 2019.
And granted, also another key factor is everybody who's seen Ravens practices, including the national media, has been saying nothing but positive things about this brother. Nothing but positive things. Like, he's the best receiver on the field. I'm like, he is? So, I mean, when you get guys who's been playing, years and years in the game saying, wonderful things about you, like almost every single day. And then you get the fans who actually attend the practices are saying some of the same things as well. It's like, it's just, you put 2 and 2 together, usually that shit equals 4. And I think it's going to equal 4 for Zay Flowers when it comes to the season.
I hope both of y'all are right. Pravante, you said Bijan?
Yep, Bijan Robinson in Atlanta. That boy is going to get the one way. he's going to get the ball. I think he will absolutely be Ritter's security blanket. He can do everything. And honestly, him and Zay Flowers are very similar. It's just that one's a running back who does a lot of his work in the backfield, and Zay Flowers does the majority of his work threatening slot corners and linebackers. But you want to talk about being raved about? Bijan Robinson is the real deal. And it's funny that both of our picks are none of my quarterbacks.
That's why I'm going Bryce Young. I'm gonna go outside the box. I'm gonna say Bryce Young just because it's a quarterback. One of these rookie quarterbacks is going to take off eventually. It might not be week 1, it might not be till like week 7, 8, but I think Bryce Young would be that guy.
The quarterback I would choose. It's just so much turmoil, but I really like the quarterback from the Colts, Anthony Richardson. I think that he really will shock some people, but I just don't think that he'll have the exact numbers, because of what's going on with the Colts. But
I just wish they didn't have the Jonathan Taylor situation, Dre, and that would help him out. But now
Oh,
he doesn't
definitely.
even have his best player.
And that's one reason, like, you kind of got to bump him down a bit because, like Karante was mentioning earlier, that's a quarterback's best friend in your first year, especially. I know people sleep on the running back position, but
They could have did the
especially your
Lamar
first
thing.
year.
Got a G roll down there, put Richardson with Taylor, and run the rock.
Right, and limit some of his mistakes early on. But we'll see.
Defensive wise, guys. I hope you and Dre are right. If anything, I want y'all to be right on this year is the Zay Flowers thing.
Oh, defensively, that's for me is easy. Jalen Carter. I think that he's going to do something. I think he's going to really show out with the Philadelphia Eagles, and he's got something to prove. I think that the Eagles, I have them at least going back to the NFC Championship game. I don't know if it's against Dallas or against the 49ers, but I feel like the Philadelphia Eagles, that's one team I do not see them taking any steps back. I see them keeping that train rolling. They're going to be hungry, being that they didn't get the job done. As Cody Rose says, finish the story. And I think that that's going to be their motive this year. I think that they want to finish the story, and then also taking a chance on Jalen Carter, being that what happened with the accident with him, him dropping a bit. I think that he's going to come out hungry and balling. So I got him winning defensive rookie player of the year.
Man, that's a good pick. That is a really good pick. But I think the rotation of the Eagles is going to take a little bit away from him. He's going to be a disruptor, but I don't know if it's going to necessarily show up on the stat sheet. But he will be a force to be reckoned with. Trust me, I'm a Commanders fan. I got to see him twice a year. But I'm actually going to have my homer moment, and I'm going to go with Emmanuel Forbes, man.
That's right, Cravante. That's right. You believe in him.
He is getting a lot of raves in Commanders camp. He's going to play off rip. He's going to play on the outside. He's going to play on the inside. As small as his frame is, he is not scared to stick his nose in the run game, getting off blocks, and he is a pick machine, as he was in Mississippi State. And if you could be a pick machine, that's the easiest route to becoming Defensive Rookie of the Year.
Mm-hmm. And that's what I was going to pick. I was about to pick Emmanuel Forbes as well. I know you hated the pick yet again. You was about to throw you something at your television screen. We told you it was going to be okay because that was the correct pick. He is a beast. I seen him. He's a dog, man. He is a complete dog, and I think he will be Defensive Rookie of the Year because, I mean, after that Commanders game, after that preseason game, I was like, God damn, I'm glad we ain't seeing these guys in the regular season.
Oh, word. And
yeah.
I seen him in them joint practices. He was out there,
Him and Zay. Him and Zay going at it. I'm going Will Anderson. I think Will Anderson has like a Chase Young type rookie year, like 10 sacks, something like that.
Ooh,
I can see that.
If he has 10, yeah, we got a problem.
And he might get a couple on Sunday. I'm just saying. Hopefully, but he might get 1 or 2. Just because I just don't think the Ravens winning by 10. They're going to win, but not by 10. Won't be close, especially at halftime. If they're not winning by a touchdown or more at halftime, it's going to be one of those games. Any other thoughts on offensive and defensive rookie of the years before we move forward?
You can go
Let's
ahead.
go to coach of the year. Any thoughts on coach of the year?
My boy, the kneecap biter. He's gonna finally get
Dan
over the
Campbell.
hump, baby. They gonna
Dan
make the
Campbell.
playoffs. You know, I like Dan Campbell, man. I hear nothing but good things about him. I know that a lot of people are, you know, there's been a lot of Jets and Lions talk all off season, but I feel like Dan Campbell will finally get that coach of the year. I'm looking for it. Bite a kneecap or two when you make it, baby.
Any other? I'm going Robert Saleh, Jets.
Whew. Dang, this is a little bit tougher. Dre, I love that pick. I love that choice, especially I'm rocking with the Lions to win the division. You know what? It's only right since I got to win the division. That is probably because.
Well, remember Cravante last year, you picked Kevin O'Connell, and they won a division. They won 13 games, and look at how they took off.
And he was really close. 13 games your rookie year is nothing to sneeze at. Just that Brian Daboll did wonders with old Danny Dimes over there. So you kind of had to give it to him. But
just because he had Daniel Jones, he was able to get in the playoffs. He should have got it.
Yeah, and they won. And it's the playoff game. Even though it's a Ravens season thing, it just kind of spilled over. So yeah, you know what? Dre, I'm gonna second that. I think the kneecap biter is gonna lead the Lions into a great season and to a playoff berth. And they are going to have it's gonna go down to the wire between them and the Vikings for who wins the division. And I think the Lions will come out on top.
Let me can I just chime in real quick, Raj, before you say that? Just because the point he talked about the Vikings. In the NFC, I feel like they take a step back. They had too many close win games last year. And I never like teams that are that close because one or two things either happen. Either you project up or you project down. And when your quarterback is Kirk Cousins, you're on the down. So
plus they lost a lot, Dre. They lost a lot. They did lose a lot.
They lost a lot, and they won a lot of those games close. I know that they got into the playoffs, but then you saw what happened when they took on the Giants. It was ass whooping. So.
Well, their losses were really bad losses. Like I think they had 4 losses.
Like that Eagles loss?
All of the Cowboys. All their games, all their 4 losses, I think they lost by like a combined 50 points. Well, 50 plus because they lost 40-3 against the Cowboys. That's 37. That's 37 points right there.
Jesus, right.
The Eagles game, I feel like was by like 20. It was sad, man.
It was all double digits. It was all double digits. But I think the combined they lost by like 60 points, 60 plus points. Like for a team to have 13 wins, they had like a very low point differential. Very low point differential because of that all their losses were blowouts.
Well, my coach of the year is John Harbaugh because I think the Ravens will win the division, and I think that Lamar will be. Well, I think we're not going to that part yet, but I think Lamar will be a big part of why he'll be coach of the year.
I like where you're going with that, Raj. Let's get to NFL MVP and Defensive Player of the Year. Go ahead, Raj.
There we go. Now I can say it. Lamar Jackson will be the MVP going into this football season. I think he turns the tide around. I think that he'll show people that he can throw the football very, very well, just like he did in college. He has the weapons to do it this year. There is no excuses. And I think he put a lot on his back, especially after he signed his nice, lucrative contract during the summer. And I just think that this is the Ravens' time to actually get things done in the AFC North. And I think Lamar Jackson's the guy to do it, especially with all the criticisms, especially with everybody in the league saying that they didn't want him when he was a free agent, and due to all the people and all the naysayers that look past his talent and his speed. So I think that Lamar Jackson will be the MVP, and I think the Ravens will go as far as he takes them.
You know what? I second that with Uncle Raj. I'm looking for Lamar Jackson to have a season better than what he did in 2019. Uncle made some really good points, and I'm just going to again add to what he was saying. Lamar Jackson, when he signed his contract and he had the new offensive coordinator, said he wants to throw for 6,000 yards. That means he's hungry, he's motivated, he's paid. He finally has wide receiver help, and I think that this is a prove it year for Lamar Jackson because again, every time somebody puts some obstacle in front of him, he overcomes every obstacle. And I know one thing that is impeded in his head now that he's got the money, he only has one playoff victory. And then people keep saying there's no excuses. I think he's going to ball out this year, and he's going to definitely show that, hey, I'm that guy for a reason.
Go ahead, Cravante.
I got to narrow down to two people right now, but I don't want one of them to win because that means he's probably gonna save his head coach's job. So I'm gonna go with the other guy. I'm gonna go with. I think Joe Burrow breaks through if he stays healthy. I think Burrow really has an opportunity to break through. But of course, health will be his biggest concern. But I think this is the year that Joe Burrow breaks through as MVP. He's there, he's there every year in, year out, and I just can't get out of my head that he is the only quarterback that's beaten Patrick Mahomes on a consistent basis. He has more wins than losses, and no other quarterback no starting quarterback can say that. And he's always leading his team a lot further than they should be going. Like, there's no reason why your offensive line is so bad and you're still able to find ways to win. And now with Orlando Brown, things should be better, but I think I'm a rock with Joe Burrow to win MVP this year.
Give me Jalen Hurts. I think they're gonna cakewalk to the NFC Championship game. I just think I don't see really much opposition. Cravante, if they don't win 13, 14 games, I'm gonna be disappointed.
Yes. 13 is the line. Is the minimum.
Yeah.
And don't forget, if he didn't get hurt last year, he probably wins it from.
He wins it.
Right. Very true.
And much like Lamar Jackson, a lot of people still doubting the brother.
Yep. I was just about to say,
got his bag. Got his bag too. Got his black agent, woman agent. They're doing the damn thing. He's been quiet. He has the lock screen of him losing to Patrick Mahomes on his home screen. He's motivated, and he's been very, very quiet this offseason. I can see him throwing for 4,000 and running for another 700. I think the Eagles are going to cakewalk into the NFC Championship game. Defensive Player of the Year, any thoughts on that?
Defensive player.
It's hard to say because, like you said, some of the people, who you would think, like Bosa, contract issues. Chris Jones, contract issues. It's like
Aaron Donald might be traded.
Yeah. So that's great. That's crazy to say Aaron Donald might be traded. Chase Young, his situation going on with the Commanders, it's so hard to really. I think that's one that's hard to say because we've been talking about people, but if I'm gonna say somebody off the top of my head, I'm gonna say Sauce.
That's a great pick.
I think
that's a great
because I just say the Jets right now. I think the Jets. I know on paper a lot of people keep talking about the Jets, with Aaron Rodgers, but a lot of people forget one of the reasons Aaron Rodgers wanted to go to the Jets. They have a really, really good defense. And remember, this is a team that feels similar to like how Denver did when they had Peyton Manning. If we can just get the quarterback, same, and Tampa Bay was the same way before Tom Brady. If they can just get the quarterback right in there or a quarterback away, we can do the damn thing. So I feel like I can see Sauce doing it. My boy, Omar.
What up, O? What up, O?
I owe you a call, man.
Same, brother. Same. Cravante, I think I heard who you're about to say, and I think I agree with you, brother.
Micah Parsons.
That's a good pick.
I hate that coming from my division, but Micah Parsons is a dog. He's been a dog from day one, and he is very, very, very hungry. as a pass, and he's solely well. This is what I'm hearing that he's not going to be off the ball anymore. Straight going to get him. Straight going to get him. I think he's going to have. I think this is going to be a double digit, maybe even 13 sack.
Yeah, this is a contract year too, I think.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, he gonna go off.
I just think it's Micah Parsons, and we already know Dallas. Dallas just picked up Stephon Gilmore, which I do not like, but that adds more to that secondary, which probably gives Micah Parsons a little bit extra time to get to the quarterback. So yeah, he's going to be a sack machine and a very, very good disruptor.
And you know, one thing
I
want to
Cavante.
add to what Cavante said. Remember this offseason, Micah Parsons said he wants to be up there with that GOAT conversation. So you see that brother's already motivated. He's already great. But for him to say that, I'm like, oh, okay. He sees down the road, hey, every year I gotta get better. So I'm not mad at that pick either.
All right, who makes it to the conference? Go ahead. Right.
Also, my defensive player of the year, I think it's gonna be T.J. Watt, man.
That's a good pick.
I think he is if he just didn't get hurt all the time. That's the thing about him.
Last year.
That's the thing. I don't think he gets hurt this year. I think he'll stay relatively healthy, and I think he'll have like 20-something sacks. I mean, this brother is known to be. He's a Raven killer. Let me just say that.
Oh no, you're right. He is.
Because that's what scares me. I hope you're not right, but you're right.
Right.
And I just think that if he stays healthy, which I think he will, I think he'll have 20+ sacks, and I think the Steelers will squeak their way into the playoffs at some point in fashion, and he'll be Defensive Player of the Year because he'll be one of the reasons why they made the playoffs.
Sure,
I can agree with that. Steelers too.
Michael Parsons, I said 13, but he has a chance to be up there as well with that many sacks as well. But T.J. Watt was damn near. He could have got it if he didn't get hurt last year, which is very scary.
All right, guys, who plays in the conference championship games?
AFC, NFC.
NFC, I think it's going to be the 49ers and Eagles.
Yeah, I agree. I'm with you on that.
I don't know how the Cowboys fit in there, and it's like they gotta do it.
They don't fit.
But I don't see. I just see, and I've been saying that all off season. It seems like it's going to be the 49ers, Eagles, and I think this year the 49ers get one over on the Eagles because they feel like the 49ers just feel like they personally feel like they could have beaten the Eagles had they had their quarterback. It remains to be seen, but I think that they're going to be really motivated to beat the Eagles and get another shot at it.
But also, they got to be motivated to get over that goofy pick for that goofy Trey Lance trade. They got to prove that they could overcome that and still be able to because they have a championship level roster. So now they got to damn near win it. They got damn near win the Super Bowl this year just so we can forget about that goofiness with the Trey Lance thing. So I
think we were kind of forgetting about it anyway because I mean you lost your job to somebody who sees ghosts on prime television, and then and the last pick in the draft. Like I think we forgot about Trey Lance a long time ago, man.
They should have took Justin Fields. We said it since the draft. They should have took Justin Fields. It was right there in their lap.
And you didn't even trade up and all that, man. You wasted.
He fell. The Jets were goofy, didn't take him, and then he fell in your lap. And you traded all these picks. You could have had Justin Fields. Or even Mac Jones might even been better at this point.
He would have. Really. But trade away. Now, granted, you have a championship level roster, so those first round picks really don't mean much. But giving up 3 ones is giving up 3 ones. So hopefully, but if Brock Purdy works out, this won't hurt as bad. But that's arguably one of the worst trade ups in history. And trust me, I'm a Washington fan. That RG3 trade was looking back on it, it was a terrible trade. But I think this Trey Lance trade was worse just because they did not get a significant return on their investment.
They didn't, but whose fault really is it? Because
John Lynch.
I feel like I don't want to call Trey Lance a bust, and the only reason I really can is
No.
because he got hurt, and I feel like what happened with the 49ers, it was just I feel like that team just wasn't a good fit. I felt like it was just too stacked, and they didn't necessarily like need him. I think that's why they could just kind of be like, all right, we'll trade him off. But I think I can't really call it like a bust. I really can't call it a bad pick or anything. I just feel like it was just it just wasn't a good fit all along. Because you saw even when he was playing, I mean, he just got hurt. I think it was just one of those just awful situations when, you got hurt, next man up, and he was balling. And it was just a situation where they just didn't want to take him out because he was just balling so much. That's just how I feel about the whole Trey Lance thing. And I'm not saying that you're calling him a bust,
right?
But I'm saying, I understand what you're talking about with the return on the investment, but I just don't feel like it was a total reach, and I feel like it wasn't a total miss either. It just was an unfortunate thing that they just didn't pair. So we'll see when hopefully he gets with the right place, the right people, but
it ain't the Cowboys.
Well, look, you never know. You never know because we expect good things out of Jordan Love. It might be some good things, and I think that where Trey is now to learn under Mike McCarthy, he is actually offensively, he actually can get some things going for people. So I don't think that that's a bad place, and he doesn't necessarily have to go in there and start. He can learn a new system, get reacclimated, because that 49ers offense is hard.
Listen. No, it's not. Stop it. Dre, stop. All these quarterbacks that's coming in there doing well. No, it's not. It's very quarterback friendly.
It's only been Jimmy G and Brock.
Well, I got a lot of soliloquies going on right now. Let me just say my AFC and NFC picks. My AFC is easy. The Chiefs and Ravens. The NFC, the 49ers and Eagles.
That's it.
I like
it.
Mic drop.
Mic drop.
What's your AFC, Raj, again?
Ravens, Chiefs. I think the Chiefs, of course, the Chiefs is going to make it back to the AFC. They're going to find a way to get to the AFC Championship game because they live in the AFC Championship game. So I think the Ravens will find a way to get there as well, and they'll do battle in the AFC Championship game, either in Arrowhead or at M&T Bank. Probably Arrowhead though, more than likely.
If it's here, I'm finding a way to go somehow, some way.
Got to. Yeah, I don't care. Even if it's mad cold, just gotta bundle up.
Damn. I like. Obviously, I like the Chiefs.
Well, we got breaking news, Lakers fans, real quick. Christian Wood is a Laker. Christian Wood has signed with the Lakers, 2-year deal. Just got the notification.
They do from Houston.
Yes,
Christian Wood.
and Dallas last year.
Free agent.
Yep, he was a free agent. They were still trying to sign him. Yep, Christian Wood is a Laker.
Christian Wood.
How, Sway?
Yeah, versatile big man, can shoot. Very underrated.
Wow. Okay.
Good pick.
That's great news, actually. That's fantastic.
2-year deal, by the way. So the Lakers roster looks like it's nicely filled out. But go ahead, Cravante.
It's getting there. Nice.
Jeez, man. Okay, cool. I like. Damn. I think I'm gonna go with Burrow. I think Burrow and Patrick Mahomes meet again, man. I think that's the class. That's the class of the AFC. I just think they're going to continuously meet in the playoffs, regular season, and they're going to be that this is going to be a matchup for the ages, a la Tom Brady, Peyton Manning. But even though Tom Brady definitely won more, but I think this one will be a much closer matchup than Tom Brady and Peyton Manning. So I'll go Chiefs Bengals.
I'm going 49ers Eagles, and I'm going. Dre, you got yours already? I'll go.
Go ahead, Byron.
I got Jets over the Chiefs. It's just this Travis Kelce injury, this Christian Jones stuff. I don't know, man. Something don't seem right, man. I know Patrick Mahomes is great. Something might happen this year. I don't know.
Well, I think I want to roll with what Rod said because I feel like with the moves that the Ravens made, everybody keeps saying that Lamar Jackson has no more excuses. Um, I feel like for this team, it has to be at least the AFC Championship game, and the Tribal Chiefs have been there like the past 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just kind of like they almost seem like a guarantee to go. But it's so hard to even pick because, like you said, you got the Jets in there, you got the Bengals. I mean, it's you got you can't sleep on the Jaguars. It's a
They
lot
are a
of
sneaky
teams.
team, Dre. If the Jaguars, remember, they gave Kansas City a lot of trouble last year, and Mahomes got knocked down. The Jaguars could sneak into the AFC Championship game. I wouldn't be surprised. Not saying they will, but if they somehow end up in the AFC Championship game, I wouldn't be surprised.
So I'm gonna say Chiefs Ravens off the top of my head though.
Guys want to go to Super Bowl 58, August 11th in Vegas. Super Bowl 58, by the way, if you were looking for the date and location, it is at Allegiant Stadium, home of the Raiders.
Oh, the Raiders.
Super Bowl 58, almost at Super Bowl 60, guys. How you
Jeez,
guys feel?
I kind of want to go to Vegas just to even hang. Like, I don't even have to go to the game.
Hey, if the Ravens are playing, if the Ravens are playing, Dre, if the Ravens are playing, we might have to make that Spirit flight, brother.
Hey, look, I'm with you, man. Hey, look, bring your duct tape.
Flex zone takeover.
Bring your duct tape. That's all I'm gonna say.
Hey, Karante, you got to come with us, brother. If the Ravens are commanders somehow make it to a Super Bowl, we gotta make it happen. Spirit, I'm cool with Spirit.
I'm there. Let's make it happen.
Well, my early Super Bowl picks is this. You can write them down. You can book it because the Eagles will be back to the Super Bowl again, and they will be facing off against those Baltimore Ravens, and they will do battle at Allegiant Stadium.
Damn it, Raj, that was my pick. I want to see it. I felt like last year had real potential for that to happen. This year, both those brothers, they got their bag. They're hungry. They're motivated, and I could really see that. And that would be dope to have another black quarterback, two black quarterbacks face off again. So then, yeah, I would like that. I like
Just for the record, I did pick the Eagles to get there last year, so I was half right. But I'm going Eagles back. I think the Eagles get it back. I'm going Eagles Jets. Just going Eagles Jets. Something different. Just throwing something to the wall. Hope it sticks.
I'm gonna say something crazy. I think it's gonna be a rematch of Super Bowl 16, 49ers and Bengals. That's my Super Bowl matchup with the Bengals. We pick winners, right? I'm going with the Bengals. I'm going with Joe Cool finally breaking through, getting
Joe Cool breaking through,
and Joe Cool breaking through.
Yeah, I'm going with the Eagles to get it done. Jalen Hurts MVP, Super Bowl MVP.
Going with the Ravens to get it done.
Ravens.
I hope you two are right. I hope you are right.
We're going to be right, damn it. We have to believe.
I hope you're right. You're off to a good start this week. Christian Woods, the Lakers. So the Lakers looking like they're going to be at least in the Western Conference Finals.
This team looking like they're damn near unstoppable now. I look up this man's stats. I'm like, God. I'm like,
he can play. He can ball. And he can shoot, Raj. Look, and he can shoot. And he doesn't get hurt like AD. He actually plays every game.
How does he get left in free agency is my question.
It's a weird thing, brother. It's a weird thing.
They basically brought back the same team that they had built upon last season, gave Anthony Davis a contract extension, and just keep adding.
Then you hear the rumors about Trae Young and Giannis possibly in a couple years.
I heard about the Trae Young.
Yeah, I keep hearing about Trae Young to LA. I keep hearing that heavy.
He works out there and lives out there in the offseason. And Giannis, maybe, if he doesn't get what he wants from Milwaukee, we'll see. We'll talk about
They've been watching. You know what? They've been watching Winning Time. That's what it is. They've been watching
You know what, though? That would actually be good because you see LeBron on the tail end of his career. So if you can get somebody like a Trae Young to fit in with an Anthony Davis where he doesn't have to necessarily be the man, I could see that working. And then Giannis is Giannis. Like, it's really like a 1A, 1B about who's the best player right now between him and Joker right now in the NBA. But great NFL talk week one, gentlemen.
Yes, sir. That is all we have for you tonight. Raj, this week, what do we have coming up? Because we will be here on the channel.
We'll be here tomorrow for AEW Dynamite. So stay tuned for that. As always, we have, Sunday, we got the big games. We have Ravens coverage as well, after the game. So stay tuned for that as well. Probably maybe some. But are you gonna have a preview for the game?
Yeah, I'll probably have it out Thursday night. I'll let you know. Probably Thursday night because Friday I'll be busy. So Thursday night probably.
All right, so we have a preview for the Ravens game, and of course next week we'll recap what happened on week 1, and that's what I mean. We'll keep it moving. That's how this train moves. So definitely have. Oh, of course, want to have Oriole updates because they seem to be winning every game. So yes, the Orioles
keep scoring 5 runs, baby.
You can Papa John's pizza for everybody. Get your stomachs right. Get your diet tight because you bust loose. It's Papa John's every day. But yeah, stay tuned for more stuff on the channel. We'll have more stuff as well. And hit that like, hit the subscribe, all that good stuff. Tell a friend, tell another friend, take a phone, take somebody's baby, and hit this like and subscribe button.
Dre, episode 407 on Monday.
And if you don't, you might get
7 on Monday.
Well,
we'll be right there, doing our show during the Jets and the Bills on Monday. So tune in.
Yes, we'll be bringing back Game Ball, not so Game Ball. We'll recap week 1 picks and go to week 2, and of course we will get into that goofy with Cravante as well. Anything, Cravante, before we get out of here?
Can't hear you.
Cravante's excited to tailgate. I think that's what we're saying.
Okay, and we couldn't hear him at all. It's breaking.
It's okay. He's excited.
You gotta get you a new microphone, brother. Your microphone is in and out. In and out.
Flex Zone Podcast. Only place fellas give me sports how you want it.
When you need it.
Hit the like button on the way out. Hit the subscribe button. Let us know your thoughts on the Super Bowl. And vote on the poll. Hit the like button. Join us Sunday for the Ravens post-game show. Look out for the Ravens previews. It's the Flex Zone Podcast. Have a great night, everybody. We'll see you on Sunday for post-game for the Ravens. And this weekend, Ravens previews, AEW. So much more content on the channel. And we were busy this past weekend as well. Only place give me sports how you want it when you need it. Have a great night, everybody.